High casualties are reported in Syria, with at least 1,000 civilians killed by militant Islamists in the country's west in Latakia, Hama, and Homs. The murdered are religious minorities, including women and children. John, there are a lot of rumors floating around social media. First, our viewers are concerned primarily, of course, with the fate of our brothers and sisters in Christ. So what can you tell us about Christian victims? Were they targeted? How many were killed and injured? What have you heard?
Well, Gary, thank you for having me. There is a lot of report, and right now what we're seeing, and this has become public report, official report coming also from the Orthodox Church and the Christian and as a whole community inside Syria. There were in the coastal area where Banyas, Latakia, and Tartus, these major cities, and all the villages and the town around surrounding these areas as well, has we seen severe attack on the Alawite people group, as this is what happened originally by Alawite militant group attacking the new security forces and killing 20 of them. The security forces attacked to respond, but on the way, these militant group begin to slaughter villages and town, eradicating whole towns and villages. Civilian men and women, children were slaughtered. There is a building of only doctors and pharmaceutical people. They went in and they slaughtered everybody in that building, with everybody, men, women, and children. A genocide taking place as we speak in the last 48 hours. It's been horrific atrocity to see this militant radical group going in. They're going into areas where Alawite and Christian villages are located, and they're forcing them to evacuate and to leave. As they forced them to evacuate and leave, they shot with cold blood, shot and killed many of them, and some of them were Christian, as affirmed report coming from the field from the Orthodox Church as well. But as well, we as evangelical Christian in Syria, we lost a father and a son. A father and a son were forced to leave. They were forced to evict by this radical group, and at checkpoint they were cold-blooded shot and murdered. These are believers, part of the church body, and we mourn with our families, we mourn with our churches, and we mourn for the other who are innocent, have nothing to do with this battle and this war, but they're caught just because they're part of a sect, and the injustice taking place need to be stopped.
Other Christians being forced from their homes, is that correct?
Yes, there are. They are being forced out of their home villages, Christian villages. I was hearing the report, and next to Alawite and other villages, the Christian villages as well were forced out of their homes, and there's a lot of theft happening and looting taking place right now, and indiscriminately looting, just because these are radical going in, taking anything, cars, home. But Christians have been forced out of their home, their cars been taken, their homes been taken, and some of them were shot and killed.
Yesterday, I heard that there were 15 doctors that were murdered because they were Alawites, supposedly supporters of Assad, women, children, men. I must warn your audience about what I'm about to say. It's a little bit gruesome. I've watched videos that I can never unsee again. I've seen hearts being carved out of bodies. I have seen duct tape being placed on men's eyes, and then they stand them on the mass graves and shoot them, and they don't die, and then they beat them after they have shot them. The dehumanization that is happening on the ground. They make them bark like dogs. They make them walk on legs and their hands, on their knees and hands. It is absolutely an atrocity. I'm a student of the Holocaust, and we read those things in the pages of history, right? And then we recently came from 10 years ago was the ISIS genocide in Iraq. But really, this is on a different scale, on another scale. Why are they killing the children? The children were not supporters of Assad. And the Christians that have come under attack, they're terrified, absolutely terrified.
Rowland! أسرع! على صوتك! على صوتك! يلا لك! يلا! يلا لك! يلا ولاد يلا زحف زحف زحف زحف
اللهم لك الحمد يا رب. هدول جماعة أرزة خاصة أرزة الحمد لله بفضل الله.
شرطة نصيرية صبرا يا علوية شرطة نصيرية صبرا يا علوية بذبح جينكم بذبح جينكم دعوة إلهية تكبير تكبير ونحمي
resmi olarak ben görevlendirildim. Ben talepte bulunacağım. İsrail hükümetinden talep isteyeceğim. Oradaki mazlum halkın cumhuriyeti bitsin diye. Kapıları bugün açın, bugün. Bir telefonunuz cüraniyi durdurur. Bir telefonunuz. İnsani yardım koridorunu açın.